Hey guys, I'm Andrea, and welcome to episode 20 of Careers Are Weird. Oh my god, guys, episode 20, that's unreal to me. This is extra crazy because back at episode 1, my big decision making milestone for the podcast was getting to episode 20. Because, I fully understood that I could start it and I could probably hate podcasting and I'm going to commit to 20 episodes and at 20 episodes I'll decide what I want to do. And the complete opposite happened. I did not hate it. I realized that I love podcasting. It's been so much fun. It's allowed me to reconnect with so many old friends from high school, from university, and I'm genuinely enjoying it, guys. And some really cool things. This week we crossed 200 followers on Instagram. You guys have spent nearly 200 hours listening to Careers Are Weird. That is insane. And I'm just getting so many questions, and you guys, I love it so, so much. So thank you for sticking around for 20 whole episodes. You can probably hear, if you just turned me on in your car, I probably sound super hyped up and it's crazy. I'm super happy about this. So yeah, truly thank you guys for the support. It's a massive milestone episode. And yeah. So I've been thinking, as we got closer to episode 20, I've been thinking about it for a while. Should it be a game of 20 questions? Should it be 20 tips, 20 stories? And you've seen the title by now, and I went for tips, but 20 was just too long for episode format. So I went with 10 tips. And, I'm going to drop 10 tips today, and we can use them on LinkedIn as well. And I don't claim to own any of these tips and be the brains behind them. These are little snippets I've picked up from books, LinkedIn, Instagram, but I think my Careers Are Weird fam needs to get on these. The first two tips will come from story submissions. And also, can you guys please send me more stories because I am loving reading these. But yeah, let's get into it. The first two are from stories. So let's get into story time. And I love the first story because I was sent this one live, as it was happening. My friend was sending me these, and I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So, the category, the funniest thing happened at work. We are working on a project for a global brand launch. Half of the project will take place at the beach, and the other half of the project will take place at the park and playground. I received the overall budget estimate for both locations. The next step was to share the high level budget breakdown with the brand for sign off. I left it to a colleague to share it directly with the brand's procurement once ready with our team in CC. I see the email go through. Cool. I open it up half an hour later to check through it and see that a few too many line items of one part of the project is copied into the other. So, line item for the beach segment is safety boats, blah, 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 whatever, cool, next. Line item for the park and playground, safety boats. I'm like, dot, dot, dot. What kind of boats operate in a grassy playground? So, do you one, let it slip, pretend you didn't see it, and hope the brand's procurement doesn't notice? Two, phone the colleague and ask them to contact the brand and fess up? Three, step in and throw the colleague under the bus. Note, it's a colleague that has the vibe he's smarter than everyone else. Oh, the fact that he's one of the quote unquote smart ones changes my response. Ugh. Okay, I do number two, send him a message with a deep undertone of a number three threat. Um, I'd probably say something like, hi, dumbass. Great work on the proposal and budget breakdown for Project X, but you need to make some changes ASAP and send them a corrected version. You've listed safety boats under park segments, and if they flag that, it opens up a can of worms for them to challenge the entire budget breakdown. Can you do this now? Thanks. Guys, logical reason for number two with a threat of three versus immediately stepping in and throwing him under the bus is that you're setting yourself up to do more work and be held accountable for someone else's job. He's getting paid to do this, make him do it first. Which Careers Are Weird fam that's tip number one. Don't be superwoman, superman swooping in to save the day all the time. Give it a sec. Breathe and push it back onto the person whose responsibility it really is before taking on that additional workload. Now, look, I'm not saying to not be all hands on deck sometimes and be a team player. There's a time and place to do that. And as much as you want to jump in and do it yourself because you know you can do it better, just stay in your lane, give your colleague the space to fix their errors, and don't take on the additional headache if you don't need to. If you throw them under the bus too soon, unfortunately, they get off with doing piss poor work and you end up with added responsibility. Make no mistake though, I'm not fully mature yet, so I'm all for number three, which is a corporate threat, especially against the quote unquote smart guys. So have fun with it. That's tip number one. Tip number two comes from story number two, which is category my weirdest work experience. Story. We spent a staff meeting consoling the director because her trifling boyfriend left her. First of all, we told you he was scamming you, so this is on you for meeting someone online and trusting him easily. Secondly, we actually have things to discuss. Can we get back to the agenda? It's so hard working for directors whose whole mood impacts the climate of the team and our meetings. You're in your 50s, get it together. Oh my God. The tea. I need to know and I want to know everything about this story. Were there roses sent to the office? How do you guys know it's an online boyfriend? How much does she share with you guys? Wow. All right, so I guess the tip part. Guys, we're all human. We all have personal stuff going on, and yikes. Bringing them to work is no bueno for the team. But this is a really good example of when to use a sick day for a mental and emotional health day rather than a physical health day. Careers are weird, fam. If you're dealing with a fresh heartbreak, please call in sick. Use your sick days to take care of you. That's what they're for. You're disruptive when you come in sneezing and coughing. You're equally as disruptive when you come in crying and sad. Just call in sick. So the first two tips came from two story submissions. Thank you guys for sending them in. You'll know who you are as soon as you hear them. But I've created a couple more that I've compiled from just stuff that I've read in books, on LinkedIn, I've seen on Instagram and stuff that I think are really applicable to round out the 10. So we're going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? So number 3, if you're looking for a job, mention it to everyone you come in contact with because you never know whose brother's neighbor's auntie is hiring. This is so real, guys. Your network is your net worth. You've heard that. And more new hires are coming from referrals rather than just job portals. Here's the truth. If you want to work in, for example, operations at a big MNC, there's going to be a COO, Chief Operations Officer. There's going to be an operations manager, operations director. And realistically, those people are in some way or form someone else's aunt, tennis partner, gym buddy. Oh my God, just within my gym, everyone works different jobs at different companies. The guy in the squat rack beside you, his best friend could be hiring. So if you're looking for a job, talk about it. Number 4, take a smoke break. Now hold up, do not come at me. I do not smoke, so don't come at me, but stay with me here. Your colleagues who smoke, they get up from their desks for 10 minutes an hour, go downstairs, go outside the building, go smoke. As a non smoker, I literally see me being at my desk a solid 45 minutes a day more than them. And I'm under no circumstance promoting the habit of smoking. Like I said, I don't. But I am promoting the habit of that regular break that they take. What they're essentially doing is getting up from their seats, looking away from their screens, and going outside. I recommend you do the same. And please, again, do not take this as me saying to go light up. I'm saying to take breaks throughout the day because part of the habit that they have is good, which is the take a break part. Number 5, keep your resume and LinkedIn updated even when you're not looking for a job. Restructuring comes at you hard and fast. I've been through it. And you've seen the news. Big companies like Amazon and PwC are making changes. Amazon's pushing full-time remote to return to the office. PwC is slashing 10% of their workforce. There's a lot of changes happening globally. So stay ahead of them and be ready and visible in the market. Additionally, like you guys will see, my LinkedIn is fully optimized. I'm obsessed with it. not because I'm looking for a new job, but because I want to position myself as someone in the market who knows about her industry and to be able to generate some BD leads for our tech products. So, like, oh, mini plug here, guys. I started my WTF What the Fish newsletter on LinkedIn. So go read it and subscribe, and then come at me if you need any tech for seafood and fisheries. But yeah, actually, just keep your resume and LinkedIn updated. Not only when you're looking for a job. Number 6, it's okay to say I don't know, then go learn it. Now I know I've said this in loads of episodes. Episode 1, 2, 4, 5, all pretty much every solo episode. I've said that. The podcast analytics are showing me that 61% of all listeners on Spotify are between ages 23 and 34. There is no reason in hell for all of you to think at this age you need to know everything already. Things are changing so rapidly, new tech every day, new products, new consumer trends. There's no shame in saying you don't know how to do something yet. Yet is key because that feeds into continuous learning. So say you don't know, but say you go learn it. Okay? Number 7. This is so kind of controversial, kind of annoying, but hey. Number 7 is learning how to introduce yourself. Now, if you're starting a new job on Monday, spend the weekend writing out and rehearsing your intro. Something short and sweet for the office tour and something a bit meatier for meetings. Aim for a few minutes. It'll save you from those awkward, hi, I'm Andrea. Yeah, happy to be here. Ha 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 moments. Additionally, prepare for a fun fact. You guys know it. It's going to happen. Fun facts are awkward. They're annoying, but you're going to be asked to share one. So be prepared. But this isn't just for these tips, they're not just for new jobs. This could be you going to a client offsite and it's the kickoff workshop for a joint project team, right? You're going to need to introduce yourself and you're going to have a fun fact ready. You know you're going to be asked. So just prep for it. Couriers or word fam, we're too cool for those. Hey, yeah, I guess I like to travel. Yeah. No, 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 no. Just number 7, learn how to introduce yourself and be ready to introduce yourself in a corporate way, like for work. Number 8, do not be afraid of change. So, oh my God, this is that thread I posted the other day that said, change is hard, but staying somewhere you don't belong will destroy you. This stems from that analogy that the analogy of getting on the wrong train. If you get on the wrong train, you get off at the nearest stop so you can switch trains to the correct one. You don't just get sad and upset and stay on the wrong train and keep riding it, because the longer you ride it, the further away you'll get from where you're meant to be going. Careers are weird and they change, and you may start as, I don't know, a marketing intern and grow to a marketing manager and develop an interest in supply chains. You can change your career at any point, and you're never too far down the road to do something about it, because change is hard, but staying somewhere and going in the same direction that you don't belong will destroy you. Make the change and don't be afraid to make the change. Number 9. This one's a little bit more, I don't know. I really thought about this. Like number 9 and 10 were really important to me. So number 9 is practice gratitude at work. Your quote unquote normal day is someone's dream. So be thankful every day. It's so easy to be bogged down in the negative corporate politics and stuff. And it's like mentally, F this job. But this job is the dream of the unemployed. So every now and again, just take a deep breath. And of course, don't be afraid to make the changes you need to make. Tip number 8. But hey, one bad thing happening at work today doesn't make it a bad day or a bad job. It's one bad thing. And look, your podcast host, I am not a saint. Like she is not a saint. I have my F this job days too, but I'm actively working on my personal gratitude. It's a journey. I slip up, but I'm trying, and it does help with getting through the negatives at work. The negatives will come up. They will. And just trying to reframe mentally how you handle that is going to make such a big change. Number 10. This one's also very kind of personal. But I think it's so valid. Number 10 is manage your energy, not just your time. Guys, take care of you. You can block out your calendar all day, but if you don't have the energy to show up fully, it's pointless. Focus on managing your energy by getting enough sleep, exercising, and taking time for your hobbies that recharge you. A well rested and energized you will get more done and make better decisions than a burnt out version. Also, a more energized you will enjoy your career more. I mean, I've said this before, but if you spend 8 hours working, 8 hours sleeping, and 8 hours doing life, your career is a third of your day, which becomes a third of your life. So take care of you. You'll have better you'll have better brain function and you'll be happier, especially if you're eating good, getting exercise, and sleeping. All of that kind of filters into making your super weird career more fun, and you deserve to have fun in your career. Because God knows I've turned selling fish into pure daily entertainment just from getting the basics right. Wow, okay. Lots of talking. That is a whole lot of me talking today, actually. I'm just looking at the timestamp on this recording. I'm like, whoopsie. Guys, prepping and planning for these episodes and recording is it's such a fun, cool process, and I'm truly loving it. And I've just talked a lot about tapping into your networks and communities, so I need to do the same. Episode 20 is a massive milestone, and with so many of you sharing your time with me weekly, I know that it's my responsibility to work on improving the show, the audio, the video, the social media, all of it. So if anyone listening knows, like if you know someone who knows someone else that can help me navigate looking for sponsors and making the show better, please slide in my DMs. My DMs are wide open for stories, questions, feedback, but also help and support because I'm trying to figure out how to make this better for you guys. That would make me really happy. Because all the positive messages that you guys do send me, literally, yeah, I think you would have heard the excitement at the start of the show. Like, it makes me so happy. Yeah, I love prepping for this episode, and I think I'll write all the tips into text posts for LinkedIn to Instagram so that you have that visual to kind of go back to. So yeah, please keep submitting stories, implementing some of these tips, sending me messages, asking any questions. And until next Wednesday, stay weird and stay ambitious, my friends.